Get you in here. You gotta love to hear it.
I mean, I love Raheem Mostert too, and I know those are close names, but I'm with Raheem Morris getting the job as well. I know you
Raheem
know him.
Mostert.
I know you, man.
Raheem Mostert could also be a coach. I love him as well.
Obviously,
Devon Achane definitely told me what an amazing player coach he's been to him this year. We love having you here. There's coaching, there's the throwdown round, so let's get it going. Yeah, Buck. Okay, where does your head go? Which game is most intriguing to you?
Oh man.
Let's take a look at this slate.
They're all intriguing. I mean, Texas, Baltimore is intriguing, obviously, with the season Lamar's had and what CJ's doing. Tampa and Detroit. Obviously Detroit coming off their first win. Then you got a little trash talk with Baker and CJ, GJ in there. Green Bay, these are all intriguing. This is the divisional round, okay? It's the Elite Eight right here.
I mean, you mentioned the spiciness. We had a comment by Lions corner C.J. Gardner-Johnson who you're talking about the Bucs receivers, and it resurfaced. It was, if you give that Tampa group a good quarterback, that's a great group. Evans, Godwin, Gage, that's a great group. I played against them for real. Yesterday, Baker Mayfield was asked about it, and here's what he had to say.
I don't think he's really watched film because he mentioned Russell Gage. We love Russell, but Russell hasn't played a snap all year for us. He must be going off the preseason stuff that the media was talking about, but he didn't play our first game, so I'm excited to see him. I think he's a really good player. He has been for a while. He's been an impactful guy on every team he's been on, so he's a good player, but yeah, just got to do a little bit more film study.
What do you think?
Just some I think it was pretty respectful jousting right here. Press conferences have been interesting this past week. Got Mike Tomlin, Todd Bowles, his little clip, and now Baker and CJ going back and forth. But I like it. I like when it's a little trash talk leading up to the game. I think Baker has done a tremendous job this year down there with Tampa Bay. Obviously with those receivers, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin having great years. Trey Palmer had a huge game, Moore as well, out in the tight end. So Baker's getting everyone involved. Good group, but I'm excited about that matchup for sure. Because Detroit, that secondary has been a little suspect for the majority of the year. Very good against the run, but they have shown, at least on tape, that they can be exposed on the back end.
CJ, I can't say it. CJ,
CJ,
down there by the seashore. His moxie sort of got me thinking, we'd invite you to take a trip to Shutdown City. Let's dive into some of the best DB wide receiver matchups. Yeah, so here's some FanDuel odds. Bucs-Lions, the line for receiving yards for Mike Evans is set at 68.5 yards. Does CJ, Juju, by the seashore, keep him under control?
GJ, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. I'm going to say no, though. I'm going to say he's going to go over that receiving prop. Give me the over on that for sure. Baker's been dialed in that past game. Don't think they're going to have a bunch of success on the ground, so give me the over.
Go do it over at FanDuel Sportsbook. Other NFC matchup, Joe Barry's. what? In a big game. This team plays for him. They showed up big last week. Jair with that stupid pick. This week it's the Niners. Ayuk's line for receiving is 67.5 over.
Damn.
67.
Damn. See, it's always tough for San Fran because they have so many weapons. You got obviously C-Mac, you got Debo, you got... Give me over, though. Give me over. Brandon Ayuk has been wide receiver one. Purdy loves him down the field. Give me his over as well. You got to you look across the league in the first round, the number one targets, they're going to get their targets.
How
so
cute.
Give me the over.
This is very cute of you. You're being like a sweetheart to offense. I love this. Chiefs, Bills.
Yeah, it's playoffs.
Stephon Diggs, balanced offense though. He is the star. He's the star receiver there. Chiefs, you got the best cornerback duo, phenomenal seasons in Snead and McDuffie, 64.5.
You know what? My first under here, Kay. Give me the under. For some reason, Kay, they have not been able to get Stephon Diggs the ball consistently down the field like they have in years past, or even in the intermediate game. If you're watching the game, I know you're watching the games too. It's like a bunch of little short routes, bunch of targets. Yeah. Kincaid seems to be like their deep downfield threat right now. So give me the under with Stephon Diggs. You mentioned, Trent McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed, who both should have been first-team All-Pros this year. So give me the under with Stephon Diggs.
We got the Texans and the Ravens. Ravens, insane. If you're D'Amico Ryans, what are you telling? What are you doing? What are you studying? What are you telling and juicing up your defense on to stop this offense?
I mean, you want to have a balance. You want to have a balanced offensive game if you're Texans, right? You want to have a good ground game with Singletary, and obviously that'll set up your pass game because you don't want this Baltimore Ravens defense just pin their ears back and make you be a one-dimensional offense. And then the same thing when you're on defense if you're the Texans. Lamar Jackson is so dynamic. He's so special. He's going to be dangerous. He's going to make his plays. Just try not to let him make the big back-breaking ones. But who's the receiver here in this one with the over-under?
It's Nico Collins, and I think
Nico.
Yeah, Nico's the last one, 82.5 over-under.
Yeah, that's highest.
That's high.
Give me the over. Give me the over.
Okay,
Give me the over. All the big games, he shows up. He puts up big numbers, starting with my Colts to end the year with like 9 for 190 or something like that. And he had a big game last week. Give me the over with Nico and CJ Stroud.
We asked you, this is the last question for you. Last week you said your MVP for Wild Card Weekend, CJ Stroud, did his thing against the number 2 defense. I thought you were crazy, and then he did it and did his thing. I need your MVP for this week. Who's going off?
Oh, for this week, MVP, damn.
I love you, Darius.
This is tough. This is tough. It's tough, man. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think he's just going to have a big breakout game in Detroit. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs. I think it's their year. You know, some teams were talking with Foxy yesterday, and he was like, and you know, we'd be happy. We got our playoff win. We'd be happy if we got a loss. I said, nah, I don't think the Detroit Lions fans or that team would be happy if they lost this weekend, didn't advance to an NFC championship at home, maybe, potentially. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs having a breakout monster game.
Against Tampa, they faced each other in week 4. Jahmyr Gibbs sort of got going and got more confidence as the year went on, so he could absolutely be the stud. Home crowd for the divisional round. Darius, we appreciate you. Thank you. Raheem Morris, Matt Mostert. Goodbye, everybody. We'll be back with David and Njoku. You don't want to miss it. Thanks, DB.